So this is second day of solving puzzle series. So let's start. Uh, let's start today. So here we are with our first puzzle. So I think this should be start with rook e1 check, rook e8 check, king has to move, and now that bishop is pinned, so we can take that pawn on d7 with our bishop. So now bishop takes, and we will take that rook. So we are up the exchange. Let's move on to our next puzzle of the day. Rook e1. So we are noticing that the rook there is a rook exchange over there along the e file, but we are also noticing that f uh, f7 square will, if we deliver check to that, it also connects with the rook. So we first take the rook along the we first deliver check along okay, we first take the rook, I believe. Okay, no, we first give check. Now we take the rook with check. King has to take, rook has to take. Now we also pick up the rook with check. So queen takes e1. Let's move on to the next one. King g2. So there is an undefended bishop over there, but is there any other threat over there? Mm, back rank is defended, and so rooks are not there to deliver check. So it should be queen takes d3. So now queen rook b3 threatens checkmate in along h file. But do we have anything else? Um, yes, I think if we take that pawn on g6, then there is no checkmate, and we will be able to escape with our king. So uh, queen takes g6, queen takes g6, and now we take king with the rook. Next one. Okay, so we are noticing that the that knight is pinned to the queen, but it's attacked twice, but also defended twice. But we can add another attacker with while also pinning the rook to rook and queen. Uh, the knight will be pinned after we move the rook, so it should be rook d4. Now we take the knight with our bishop. Bishop takes, and we take the bishop. So we are up a piece. Next one. So there is bishop exchange over, but so we are noticing that there should be knight so on d4, so knight d4, I believe. Let's try it again. Knight takes, and now do we have any other is there any kind of wind trap or okay, so bishop is trapped after that. Next one. Okay, so it should be queen g2. So that in that case, queen exchange has to be done, and queen goes to h4. But now we also go to h2, blocking that, and that's it. Now let's move on to the next one. Rook h2. Rook goes to h2. So is there any immediate threat? Things. So rook king goes to there, and now I think it's a fork. So knight f1. Rook goes back, and now we'll take the rook with check. So clear up the exchange. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Queen goes to f e6. Do you notice something? Okay, so there will be a fork on the rook, and also the threat is to deliver checkmate on the h8. So the move start with queen c6, queen c3, goes to rook deal check, but we moved the queen, and that's it. Let's move on to the next one. h3. So there is a check in at b4. So I think let's start with check. Queen b4 check. King goes back, goes there, and now we deliver another. Now we capture the knight with check. So and also we'll take this bishop. So we are up the minor piece after end of this variation. Let's move on to our next puzzle. D takes c4. So it should be knight takes e4 e6. Now the pawn is under attack, but that's not a big threat. We have a fork there, but knight is guarding there, that square. So it should start with okay. there is a fork on king and undefended bishop, so we'll take that pawn and fork the king and bishop. Knight takes g7 with check. That's it. Let's move on to the next one. Rook b1. So we are noticing that we are attacking f2 square twice, but that square has been defended by the knight. Um, can we still take that rook and then remove the knight there? Yeah, that's there. After that, we are noticing that after taking that pawn, knight has moved from defending that rook undefended rook on b1. So we can take that undefended rook on b1. Queen takes b1. So let's move on to the last puzzle of the day. Rook takes g6. So this is a rook and pawn endgame puzzle. I think it should start with because e3 pawn is 2 square away from promotion, and if we deliver check from the rook, then king has to move because f2 and f1 square will not be available, so it has to go to the second rank, and then we will then will be then after that we will be able to promote our pawn. So it should start with rook d1 check, king has to move. Now we push the pawn e2. That's it. So I will